Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. So, yesterday we finished up with all the extra stuff in Resident Evil 4. We beat the two little campaigns with Ada and did the four survival stages, unlocked all characters, and that means we're pretty much done with it. So, like I said, we're going to try to stream Code Veronica. Now, I don't know too much about this game, but it seems to be more traditional. Like a classic Resident Evil game with the fixed camera angles and the more survival horror focus. I have no idea if it's any good or if it's bad, but I'm gonna try it. Very promising title screen, as you can see. Whoa. Suddenly, game is tiny. There we go. It's back now. Weird how you can do that on a legitimate GameCube, right? Anyway, so there we are. Let's not dawdle and let's get right started.
Resident Evil.
I'm pretty excited because I know absolutely nothing about this one.
The American Midwestern town, Raccoon City, has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak that was instigated by the international corporation Umbrella. Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to search for her lost brother Chris, and a rookie police officer, Leon S. Kennedy, managed to escape from the city. But their ordeal was only a prelude of things to come. Three months later.
Alright, so we found out what Leon was doing. He was going to the Plagas. Now we're gonna find out what Claire was doing, I guess.
Your identification number is WKD4496. Welcome to your new home.
Okay, it has...
Her name is Claire Redfield.
Visuals.
We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her
Okay,
lost
so the
brother,
cutscene
Chris
is
Redfield,
not working. That's
one of the
a problem.
surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
Okay. Well, the game has started, but let me just... as a test run, I actually started it up, but then skipped the cutscene, because I was like, well, I'll keep that blind so I can respond to it. But it seems like the cutscenes actually don't work. So let me quickly look at that. I can't really find anything about it. It doesn't seem to be a very well-known issue. Very professional once again. Right, tell you what, we'll just start playing, and if we run into more problems with the cutscenes, we'll see how that goes. Alright, so... spinning in place. This looks very Resident Evil. When you obtain a new item, always remember to look at it with the check command on the status screen. Remember, it's always best to rotate the item so you can check it from different angles. Okay, this is all the same. If you face an object and then press and hold up on the control pad, sometimes you will be able to push it. You may find hidden rooms and items this way. You can turn 180 degrees instantly by pressing the cancel button while holding the control pad down. This is a very effective move when you attack an enemy and then want to turn around and run. If you are when you are lost, very encouraging, or are unsure of what to do, check the map screen. You can easily tell where you've never been and can see which doors you have unlocked. You can climb / descend some objects. To do this, face the object and then push the action button. The items you store in a security box in the prison area cannot be accessed through an item box. Make sure you remove all important items from a security box before exiting a room. Alright, I'll make sure not to exist a room. Oh, this is the same thing we just read. Wow. Okay, let's run. Right, they want me to equip the lighter. Oh boy. Gonna have to get used to the different button setup. Not gonna speak. Oh boy, it's chugging a bit with the frames, isn't it? Ah yes, we're starting with another injured man.
Perfect.
Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. Troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
Okay, those frames are gonna be a problem. Maybe I should have a quick look at the settings one more time. I don't know how I can quickly make the cutscenes work, but Well, this is a bit of an awkward start, isn't it? Well, I have no idea if that improved things because we're not in a cutscene right now. It doesn't look like it, though. The escort's name is at the end of the document. Umbrella Medical Paris, 3rd Security Unit Leader. Rodrigo Juan Raval. I wonder if this guy is gonna be a zombie later down the line. Ah, yes. The door transitions. Can't say I missed those particularly. Okay, we have an ink ribbon. Let's see, which one is the map then? That one, okay. Not yet, not yet. Oh, we have some moving cameras here. Did I just walk on a skull? What is that? Just testing the buttons. Oh, we need to press A at the stairs. Alright. This performance is manageable, but not pleasant, so we may have to do a bit more messing around later. It's particularly a shame about the pre-rendered cutscenes not working. I wish I had an easy solution to that, but I can't just be sat here looking for that for 10 minutes while you wait. That one is absolutely going to explode sooner or later. Ah yes, look at that pink textured wall. Okay, look at those pink walls. This is not going very well so far. Let me just quickly try something else. Just a moment, please. I am working on a solution. Hopefully it won't take a whole 10 minutes, like I said, but we're gonna give this a try. If this genuinely doesn't work at all, we're just gonna move over to Ow. Look at how horrible these zombies look though. Yeah, if this genuinely, if we can't make this work properly, then we're gonna have to move on to Revelations. But I have a plan. Oh. Oh boy. The frames. Nice shot.
Wait. Don't shoot. Who are you? You're not a zombie. Well, great. We're right there. I'm coming over.
Hey Clive, as you can see, this is not going very well. But yeah.
Sorry about that little
The frames are terrible, textures are missing, pre-rendered cutscenes don't show up.
Shut up.
Basically, bad stuff. Yeah, I think let's just... Yeah, it's we're having some problems here. Like during gameplay, the frames are actually decent enough. Like not good, but manageable to the point that I might actually finish the game, but during cutscenes, and especially when the screen gets crowded, it gets really bad. So this is kind of I do like some unique details about this game. It's kind of like a hybrid between the fixed camera angles of yore and some movement in the camera. I believe so. It's 4.0, Clive. It was the recent one on the official website, I believe, but I like how it makes footsteps, even though she isn't actually lifting her feet at all. You ever just make footsteps by spinning in place? But yeah, I can't seem to make it work properly. 5.0 should be the latest. The chart says it's been good since 4.0, though. It might just be a settings thing. Yeah, maybe, but it is a big problem. I don't know what's causing it then. Maybe my computer just can't handle it. Well, I had a solution, a possible solution in mind. And that is to just download, to grab my PlayStation 2 disc and play it on the legitimate PlayStation 2 software instead. Because we had some problem with PS2 streaming, but if this is how it's gonna go, you might as well try that, because this is not good either. Ah, yes, herbs. Can't reach them from here, though. Wow, I need to actually press A on the stairs to go up there. Nothing useful. Spooky. Oh, well, I haven't even been paying attention to how I fire. Okay, that's how I fire. That was easy to figure out. I'm just gonna keep moving through this game while we wait for the alternate solution to work. Because I don't want to make you wait for 10 minutes. Hey, redoing the same part over and over has been a staple in these Resident Evil streams anyway. We'll just pretend I died and didn't use an ink ribbon, right? So, fair? Fair. I don't feel like this gun has a lot of oomph. Oh yeah, that sound effect. Okay, something a little wonky is going on with the alternate solution here. One second. Yeah, I'm sorry about this though. This is an unexpected problem. Alright, so this is not working. That's a shame. I really gave it a try, but, well. So we're going to try a different solution, but while we wait, I'll just have to do something else in the meantime. One second, Steam decided this was the perfect opportunity to start downloading an update. Oh. I don't have, you know, my solution was gonna be to play Resident Evil Revelations instead. Problem is, I don't have that installed either. And if I'm gonna try to download that, then it's gonna get in the way of the Code Veronica download. So, there we are. Let's see if I can stream something quick in between the waiting time here. So it is promising that it'll be quick now. Here we go. I don't remember how this game even plays, but I still have it, so... It's something to look at while we wait for the download. Man, you guys remember the Castlevania Aria of Sorrow stream? Those were the days, am I right? Well, at the very least I had fewer problems getting Castlevania to work. Ah. Dramatic pose. Oh hey, that speeds up the game. That's interesting. Download should be done in about 2 minutes. I'm just playing this to... Oh hey. I don't even remember that one. Just gonna die right here, probably. Well, we've had streams with preparation problems, but this one takes the cake, doesn't it? It's rare for a whole game to just work that poorly that it's pretty much unplayable. So we're gonna see if the legitimate PlayStation 2 version can be made to work with us. And if not, we'll switch over to Revelations instead. Alright, no kissy. Hey there, Pixel Master, welcome to the stream. You may be wondering, why is there Castlevania on the screen when it says Code Veronica? And there's actually an interesting story behind that. I had Code Veronica, the Resident Evil game that is, all prepared to play. And then it just doesn't work properly. Terrible frames, cutscenes don't work, tons of glitches. Basically, a huge unmitigated disaster. So I was playing some Aria of Sorrow to pass the time while we wait for the Plan B to come in, and it is now here. So let's see if we can make it work. But hey, it's good to see you again. I hope I can present an interesting stream here, though. Can't bring yourself to watch Resident Evil anyhow. Get spooked too easy. Ah, okay, I get that. It's not for everyone, definitely. I can understand that. You should only watch what you're comfortable with, after all. Though not all the Resident Evil games are that scary. There's horror to it. But it's, a lot of it is just, you know, blood and gore. And the rest is mostly the tension of survival, which is pretty much completely on me. Jump scares mostly make you sleepless for months. I do also, I empathize with that. I don't do well with jump scares either. Like, there have been many loud noises in these games that really took the wind out of my sails, in a manner of speaking. So we're going to see if our second solution will actually work. Alright, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, it's attempt number 2. You like that noise? That is the noise of the PlayStation. Okay, so we're gonna give this a shot. It's on, it's recording, but the moment of truth will happen when we actually start the game, and evaluate whether or not it can maintain a decent frame rate. This one isn't licensed by Nintendo, surprisingly. That's not really surprising. Capcom, also known as the people who need to start making another Ace Attorney game already. Ah, it worked. The cutscenes work. Good sign. Good sign. Okay, this is already marginally better than what we just had.
Resident Evil.
Okay, that voice clip wasn't as good as the GameCube one. Like, that other one was like, oh, spooky. And this guy is like, well then, Resident Evil.
The American Midwestern town, Raccoon City, has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak that was instigated by the international corporation Umbrella. Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to
Alright,
search
the
for
first
lost
30
Chris,
minutes of the stream
rookie police
didn't
officer
happen.
Leon
We
S.
started
Kennedy
right now, and just
managed to
started.
escape
In
from
fact,
the city.
welcome to the stream, everyone.
But the
Nice to
ordeal
see you here.
was only a
1
prelude
minute
of
after the
things
stream has
to
begun.
come.
My audio or the
3
game audio?
months later.
Or both. Because I am a bit of a shouter. Okay, I'll knock it down in a second. Oh, sorry about that. I'll definitely check it out. But I can't really do it during a cutscene, you know.
Your identification number is WKD4496. Welcome to your new home.
Rude.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her lost brother, Chris Redfield, one of the surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
It works a lot better when you have the images along with the sound. Well. Nice. Claire, the action movie star.
Don't move.
Okay, now we have a much clearer image of how we actually got to be in this little prison we started out in, so good start. But the moment of truth, like I said, is now. Working cutscenes are nice, but there's not much point to it all if the game still runs terribly. Red shoes. Okay, we know this, so we don't have to read it again. Oh no, a man!
Perfect.
Okay, the cutscenes, like the in-game cutscenes,
Juan,
also work
Get
much
out
better.
of here. This place is finished.
You know,
I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. The troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
good voice. Heavy voice. Okay, way better, way better. Infinitely better. Okay, I probably should have just skipped that cutscene because we already saw it, but I just, I felt bad for having it play choppily the first time. Like, that's not how it's meant to be seen, after all. Can we take a shower first? I guess not. Okay. You know, funnily enough, it would have been easier for me to prepare the PS2 in the first place. Oh, I also didn't get to pick a difficulty. I just realized that. Should I just make a first save right here? Or keep the ink ribbon? I'm guessing this is a free one, so we'll just... Yes? Okay. Saving always takes a bit longer on disk-based systems. Alright. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Now we are playing something that actually works. Very good, very good. Okay. Right, sorry about the slow intro here, but we've managed to make it work. Ah, yes. I, too, hear my own heartbeat whenever I walk up the stairs. Right. If you press run and turn backwards, that's how you instantly turn around, just like in the other games. The walls actually have textures this time. And of course she just falls over. Of course, this is a graveyard, so zombies are coming out of the ground as well. And I forgot to turn down the game audio until I remembered it during the cutscene. Just climbing out their graves. still fine, surprisingly. The only dead things here are your ears. Right. I'm sorry. Let me just... How's this? I've knocked it down a little bit. Can you tell me how the balance is now? That's good. Okay, thank you for letting me know about that. My microphone moves around a lot. I've set this. Oh, I think I've mentioned this. But my microphone moves around a lot, so the sound balance inevitably gets a bit upset. Like I probably turned the game up a bit louder because my voice was too loud at one point. I recall. Oh.
Wait. Don't shoot.
Who are you?
Huh? You're not a zombie. Well, great. Wait right there. I'm coming over.
Alright, now we can actually watch this cutscene.
Sorry about that little misunderstanding. But I thought you were another one of those
Shut up. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Relax, beautiful. I said I was sorry. My name's Steve. I was a prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire? Nice. I'll remember that. Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island.
Crazy island.
Hey, wait up!
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
So I'll address the elephant in the room. Why does that guy sound like an obnoxious 12-year-old? His voice is totally different to how you remember. Maybe it varies per version. Maybe there's a different voice actor depending on the version you're playing. That happens sometimes. All I know is he reminds me of the Link from the CDI games. Great, I'll grab my stuff. But even more annoying somehow. Right, so we need a hawk emblem or something to get in there. Oh wait, this guy is carrying something. It's kind of interesting to be going back to this formula after playing with an over-the-shoulder perspective for a while. Now we're back to kind of normal, kind of not. Well, normal. Not normal as in... as per societal expectations, but more so normal as in the norm for the series up to this point. You know what I'm saying. Well, excuse me, princess. That actually hurt a bit to do. But the memes demanded it. The memes demanded it. I did it for the memes. Right. Can you... yeah, please. I like how she was absolutely not focusing on the nearest enemy at first. I wonder if there's a separate button for environment stuff as well here. Oh, we reload in the menu then? There we go. That cost me a lot of bullets. Half-eaten food items are scattered in this area. Okay, wow. I'm so happy we've gotten this to work. Oh, I think I started on some tangent on why I initially didn't do this version of the game. And that's because we tried streaming PS2 games before, and it almost always led to trouble. Like, I've tried it 3 times. 2 out of 3 times it caused glitches and problems and huge frame drops. But this game so far, you know, it seems to be functioning alright. Way better than the other version, at least. So, you never know. I guess I should have just tried all the versions instead of assuming one was better. Lesson learned. But hey, we're here now, we're playing the game, and it's great. Warm soup. Okay then. Was the guy making soup? I was about to do like a bit where I did his voice. Like, gee lady, I made some soup, and then I realized, wow, that's awful. That would not be funny at all, but I guess I'm letting other streamers I sometimes watch impact me. Lots of people like to do voices. I usually don't. Yeah, why are you buying clothes at the soup store, Claire? Jeesh. I'm gonna have to get a bit accustomed to the buttons, so please bear with me while I do that. Okay, you wanna know something really weird? This room stinks of death. Based upon the information I found, I believe that I'm far south of the equator. Lucky for me that Bob is in the bunk below me. Lucky for me that Bob, in the bunk below me, is one of those interesting types of guys. May 16th. Today Bob told me some crazy story of why he was put this place with me. Wow, we're seeing lots of errors here, huh? Bob said that he used to be an attendant of the head of this place. Of the head of this place? This boss named Alfred supposedly placed him in here because of a tiny little mistake. What does that mean? What's going to happen to me? May 20th. Without warning, a group of military men took Bob to the building behind the guillotine stand. Guillotine? Guillotine? At midnight, I'll sneak out of here to see him. I've been hearing that anyone taken to that building never comes back. On top of that, I mean, if it's behind a guillotine, I can imagine that they don't come back. Not in one piece anyway. On top of that, there are these really large plastic bags constantly being removed from that place. I'd better pray for Bob. Well, at least he figured out something's up there. Wow, so they have a guillotine, then a building, and they pick up conspicuous plastic bags there. Unless they have a lot of trash. You can imagine what they put in those bags. May 21st. I was wrong. I shouldn't have gone there. What is going on in there? All I could hear was some insanely creepy laughter and the sound of Bob screaming. I don't know what to do. I can't stop thinking about it. Is that going to happen to me? I can't let it. I just can't. Since my last entry, all of my fellow inmates have been taken to that building. I know that I am next. It's obvious that we were all here to be used as Alfred's guinea pigs. There's no way out. What am I going to do? So I was starting on a thought before I read that. I need to make it a point to actually finish my thoughts, very important. So, during one of the prior Resident Evil streams, and I don't even remember which one, I talked about playing a Resident Evil game at a friend's house. Oh, hi. Got a bit too close there. Nibble, yes. They're all gonna take a little bite right now. Oh, he's still not dead. Well, I mean, in a sense, he already was dead. But I think I've made that joke like 20 times throughout these games. Okay, how bad off are we? Caution. Not quite danger yet, but definitely not good. They're still twitching. I don't like it. But I'm twitching too. Ha 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 ha. Bottom dish. Anyway, so, I was almost sure that the game I had played at a friend's house was either Resident Evil 2 or 3. Especially because I thought it took place at a police station. But now that I'm playing this game, I'm almost certain this is the game I saw at a friend's house. Like, that's kind of weird, right? When you have it's muddled in your memories, and you're like, oh yeah, that was probably Resident Evil 2 or 3 for sure. Then you play this one, and suddenly, like, when I came into this room, that's when it hit me, right? When I heard the knocking on the glass, because I remember that. I specifically remember that he walked in here, like the friend that played the game, and that I got a little bit scared by the knocking on the glass. So that's interesting. That's a part of my memory that had been sealed away. So why was I here anyway? Did I get anything good? Well, I got a weapon. I want to combine it with the green herb, but I also want to wait for a red herb. So why do we need to know her height and weight and blood type though? 5 and also so specific as well, you know? I'm only into girls if they're 5.545 feet tall. So she really fits the bill. Like, what is this specific information? Also, 115.5 pounds and blood type O. Now I do know why they like to talk about blood type. In Japan, it's kind of treated like your astrological sign, where people think your blood type predicts things about your personality or future. So I do know that, but all the other details seem a bit unnecessary. I do like the moving light, though. A certain atmosphere, a certain desolate atmosphere. Yeah. Let's pick on Claire for being short. Of course, the shadows and the flashing lights make me think these items are interactable when they aren't, but... So, is this one of those games that shows when a room is fully explored, or is it not? At least we can still run pretty fast. It's raining now. And I have to... I don't like what the camera is doing right now. Okay, so they're gonna spring dogs on us, are they? That sounded like a dog. Okay, we basically went around in a big old circle, but... Door opening animation is the scariest part of Resident Evil. You know, it's kind of a double-edged sword for me. On the one hand, it is very tense that you lose control for a bit. On the other hand, not having any interaction also means you don't have any... There aren't any requirements. Basically, I know for a fact that they can't reasonably spawn enemies on me while I'm in the loading screen, right? And I also know that enemies from the last room can't follow me unless it's like the... What's it called? The Tyrant. Apparently, a dust box. I wonder if there's a dried up pumpkins in there. It could be a trick cutscene, you know? That could be interesting. You know, one of those little fourth wall scares that the developers like so much nowadays. This is a cool weapon, but I only wanna use it when I actually need it. Right, just like always with a new Resident Evil game, I do need to get my bearings. But we'll be well accustomed with this area soon enough, I'm sure.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Does that mean all my guns? Not a fan of that idea. They only just gave me some weapons and now they're gonna take them away from me? Maybe we should check the rest of this area first before we do that then. Although this is clearly the only place to go. I think there was a briefcase we could grab in one of the earlier rooms, and now that we have some actual weaponry, I kind of want to look at that. So we'll head back there for a second, and then we'll go here and, unfortunately, probably have to hand in all our weapons. There are other Resident Evil games as well that I haven't even thought about trying. Like there's Umbrella Chronicles. Oh boy. They have sprung the dogs on us. They have unleashed the hounds. Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine. Dodge and weave, yep. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Yep. Alright, so this room is a bit of a mess. Because we have these very disgusting, rotten-looking zombies here. Because they came out of the grave. You could say it's a very grave situation here. You know, I can still do this. So there will be great amounts of comedy in this stream, as you can probably tell. You know, personally, I think it's the absolute scariest when a zombie starts a moan and then the voice clip cuts out and he starts another moan on top of that. That really immerses you in the horror of it all. Oh. I thought I could grab that, but maybe I need a fire extinguisher first. Fire hurts. Whoa. This is a revelation. Yeah. Shocking. Positively shocking. But actually, some fire actually doesn't hurt you. Sometimes it's just decorative. In these games, you never know for sure. Anyway, now that I'm content we've seen everything in this area, we'll have to hand in all our weapons and cry a bit and then move on. It's been locked with a padlock. Nope. Absolutely not. Bad dog. Bad dog. Don't growl at me. Ow. I really wanted to interact with the other door, please. Thank you. Sooner or later, this guy is gonna break through. And they'll try to scare me with it when it does. Wait a minute. Or, like, this is gonna sound like such a dumb question, but there is metal in most guns, isn't there?
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Like, metal detectors would obviously detect guns. Plastic guns, yes. Magneto. At least I can take the herbs with me. Forgot the lighter? Oh, is that... I thought I had just done it correctly. Oh boy. No, the lighter is in a separate slot, so I didn't realize. Yeah? You happy now? Come on, metal detector. Okay, so we have taken a fair amount of hits. So if we don't find a red herb soon, we might just have to use it. These guys are 100% certainly going to break through the window. Like, that's a promise the game has just made us by showing them. The game is basically going, haha, you see these windows? You see these zombies? You and I both know they're gonna crash through there, but only I know when. Oh, hey, nice. BOW gas rounds? Bow! Ah, very nice. The F8 spray, yes. My favorite. User's manual. Body odor. No, I don't think it's for that. Though maybe. 3D Duplicator User's Manual. Our new product, the 3D Duplicator, consists of two parts. 3D Scanner portion. This portion scans a 3D object, so it's a 3D printer. Simply place the material that you want to have scanned onto the tray of the scanner. The scanned object will be processed into 3D data, which will be transferred to the duplicator portion. If you place the material you wish to have converted on the machine, you can begin conversion based on the 3D data that was created by the 3D scanner portion. The conversion will be executed with complete data accuracy. The result will be an object precisely to the original. So what if you put a human being in there? I guess that's technically not an object. Well, I mean, it depends on how you perceive it. It's too big in size. I'm guessing if I use this, what about if I use these, it'll just heal me. So we need to find something to put in here then. Literally what they thought 3D printers would look like 20 years ago. Yeah, kind of fascinating to see stuff like that, yeah? Remember when they thought we would have flying cars in 2015 in Back to the Future? You have to respect the optimism, but it was a bit too optimistic.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
The bullets are metallic too, right? Okay, but this is an open door, so... Right, they mentioned that security box items do not get transferred to the item box, so you should take them with you before you leave a place. They mentioned that in the instructions. Fax on the facility access application. That moment when you have a 3D printer, but you still use faxes. Be sure to verify the content of the following facility access application form and add the applicant's name to the expected visitors list. Chief Prison Guard Room, Paul Steiner. I hereby apply for access permission for Prison Area D. Details follow. Visitor's name, Carl Grisham. Purpose of entry. Carrying in the following materials. New product sample from Metal Industries Co. TG01. Various daily commodities ordered by the prison. We'll use a transportation truck. TG01 sample will be stored in a designated briefcase. Who's typing? It's not me.
Chris Redfield.
What are you doing here?
Chris Redfield. Is he a relative of yours or something?
You mean my brother?
Ah. Your siblings.
Siblings.
Well, it
Something-
seems your brother is under surveillance by Umbrella.
What? I've got to contact Leon and tell him to let my brother know he's being monitored. It's a good thing I have access to an outside connection from here.
Well, that file shows the latitude and longitude of this place. Why don't you send your brother the coordinates and ask him to come help?
Thanks. I'll do that.
Hey, I was just kidding. There's no way he could get here, even if he is your brother.
Yes, he can. I'm sure of it.
No way. He won't come. You'll just end up disappointed if you rely on others. Believe me, I know.
I have a tragic
What was
backstory,
that all about?
dude. Shoot him. I think that's a good idea, to be honest. I think we need to put him out of his misery at this point. Alright, well. Put us out of our misery, more like that too, yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone. Like, I don't like to rag on games too much for having cheesy parts, but it's really obvious what they're doing with this guy so far. You can't rely on other people, dude. I happen to know this fact. In about 3 hours, I'm gonna tell you about someone who disappointed me. And in about 6 hours, we'll all agree that maybe I can depend on some people. And we'll hug it out. Or I'll die if we're lucky. In 7 hours, I will totally relapse and totally betray you, dude. Yeah, we have to have a low point or a misunderstanding of the story. It's necessary. Anyway, I'll try not to be too cynical. I like this game so far, in spite of the goofy, weirdo, 12-year-old, voiced 18-year-old man. The materials are set, so what does it want then? Ink ribbon? It kind of weirds me out how the camera shifts between the static angles and moving with you. It's a bit hard to predict. It's inconsistent, which is what makes me a little bit unsure. Yeah, but how do I interact with it? Like just now it showed like a computer screen? Or do I still need to put something in there? I guess I might need to put something in there still.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Do I have metallic items? Time to go find some 3D printer filament, yes. So is the first aid spray metallic? Or is the ink ribbon metallic?
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Ooh, I don't like this. So what, ink ribbons are metallic too? I guess the case is metal, yeah. But wait a second, though. It feels like we're missing something. Oh, but we do... You know what the problem is? If it asks you to deposit, you still have at least one metal thing. Indeed, that seems to be the case. I just hope I haven't missed anything in this room then, because it's kind of weird. Like, I'm guessing the emblem is metal as well, so it's not like we could just easily bring it with us outside. Email to Leon has already been sent. Okay, good stuff. Another signature part of a Resident Evil stream. Getting stuck for several hours and then spinning in circles. Okay, this is gonna be extremely immature. Would have been faster to just message Leon on Discord, right? Okay, I need to do something really immature. 1 second, okay? I know this is another waste of time just for something stupid, but it'll be worth it for me. Alright. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I have reached the peak of comedy. Wait, could you even hear that? Because otherwise it was just me spinning in place for a while. It wasn't even that funny. You could? Okay, good. It was very important. Okay, so we need material for this. And it doesn't look like it's here. Oh, so we can't actually take this out on this side, so we can only take that stuff. We can only take the other stuff with us outside then. Interesting. Alright, anyway. Now that we've achieved the highest form of... Wait a minute. Do we have any bullets in here? No. Now that we've achieved peak comedy, I think we need to go out here and find something else. Ah, this is activated now. Good. Oh, wait a minute. I think Nightbot just jumped the gun there on a link you tried to post to Pixel Master. Can you DM it to me or something? Nightbot is not supposed to do that, but apparently I need to check the settings more closely. What did you want to post? You can just direct message me with it if you want. Oh, that. You clipped it. Okay, thank you. Very important. Okay, much appreciated. Yeah, sorry about the Nightbot thing. It's not really supposed to be removing links, but apparently I haven't checked the settings in a while. Yep, I can see it now. Thank you. Okay. Look at this. Kinda cool, to be honest. But I did get bitten again. We're still in caution, though. It's a bit worrying how unclear it is. Extinguisher. You had to reload because it wasn't untiming you out. Okay, that's weird. Let me... Well, I'll check that out later. For now, if you want to post a link, just DM me or Raven is Best Titan with it, and we'll post it. Sorry about that. This is what I get for letting a bot do things. Okay. So now that we actually have the fire extinguisher, we should go back to that fire. Did click unban immediately? Okay. Maybe it had trouble actually pushing that through. Oh, hi, dog. Hey, dog. No, no, nope. That's gonna be a no for me, dog. Hey, thanks for Get it? Because dogs are chasing you, yes. Once again, the very peak of comedy. I've received the clip. Thanks, Pixel Master. I doubt we can use the extinguisher here properly, but we'll try. That zombie is just having a grand old time eating someone behind that truck. Taking a bit too much damage here. Ah, now it's orange caution. Is she aiming at two enemies at the same time? I like how she's spinning from her leg. It looks really strange. Ah, yes, she's holding her arm because it hurts, but also holding a gun in it because she's hardcore. When Claire gets hurt, she doesn't hold a pack of ice to the sore spot. She holds a gun to it to make the pain go away. That's just how hardcore she is. Alright, a briefcase. This is probably that one sample they were talking about. Shoots herself to get rid of a bruise. Right? It makes perfect sense. I hope we can reload this thing. Because we are using a lot of the bullets. Okay, since we're in orange caution, let's just, boom, go back to fine. And try not to get hit as much from here on out. You know, when I look at the Twitch dashboard and it says the quality is excellent, I know that's just talking about the connection speed or the latency, but I always get warm fuzzies from such a kind compliment from our friends at Twitch. Twitch says, you suck. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if they pulled something like that. Funnily enough, I actually know someone who works at Twitch. This is where we need that eagle for. The eagles are coming! Okay. No, we can't. This entire stream is just going to be technical difficulties and really silly references. Just the way we're used to. Oh, what a dog. I like how I was like gearing up for a joke and then it just said, whoa, dog. Clearly the peak observational skills. We have a zoologist over here. Okay, let's not waste too many more of our precious bullets. We've pretty much killed every zombie already, so there isn't much more to do anyway, but... Let me guess. We have to hand in the guns. And let me guess also, the briefcase is metal, so we would have to open it, that is, check it, and take out the contents and use those. TG01. TG01, product description. Thank you for your continued support and for using our products. This stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, no. This time we have gathered our most advanced technologies and have succeeded in creating the unique anti-metal detection alloy, TG01. Oh, wow. How convenient that I am standing in a room with 2 metal detectors and that I now have an anti-metal detecting alloy. TG01 features? Question mark. Cannot be detected by any metal detectors. Cannot be pictured. I just can't picture it. Cannot be pictured by Röntgen. I want to say it the way you actually say it, like Röntgen, but then they write it like that and they say it in their English way. How would an English person say that? That word is a crime against all languages. Röntgenography at the immigration check. Lightweight yet durable. We plan to develop various weapons utilizing this innovative new alloy. They would say it like that, exactly. No, makes sense. You really convinced me. We plan to develop various weapons utilizing this innovative new alloy. We have enclosed a sample for you to review. You can taste it. We look forward to hearing from you regarding possible business opportunities. Metal Industries Go. Chief Development Planning. Carl Redhill. Yes, okay, Carl Redhill. I wonder if that's some sort of distant family from the Red Fields. You know, they're all a bit taller, shall we say. Okay, so we have it. Empty extinguisher, huh? So we can't do anything with this now? I must fill it with the extinguishant. Is extinguishant a real word? I want you guys to fact check this for me, because I don't believe that's a real word. I think they're completely BSing me right now. Extinguishant. I'm feeling a bit extinguishant right about now.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Everything we have is metal here. Extinguishant. Noun. A substance used in extinguishing fires. Oh, so it is real. Well. Whomstevant. Yes, exactly. Whomstead have knew that. Oh. Oh, the lighter, of course. I was like, wait, what? I'm glad you guys are with me right now, because good lordy me, I would have been running around in circles for years, wondering what do I have that's metal. I mean, if we're talking about Claire, she is very metal, but we can't really change that. Okay, so with her in the box, she is small enough. Okay, but when she's in the box, she can't walk around at the same time. Okay. Duplication complete. There they go. So we can't get these yet until we approach this room from that other side. So that won't happen yet. We need to go into that red door. I'm trying to zoom in. You see that red door to the northeast of us? That's where we need to go through to enter this room from the other side and collect these items. Until then, we cannot do it. Which is a shame. I was wondering why they gave me such great ammo so early, but of course, it was all a ruse. It was all a sham. Come on, then. Yes, I'm on this side of the room. Don't you know? Oh, whoops. I'm not on that side of the room. I was never there. You don't know anything. Whoa. Bamboozled, yes. He never saw it coming. Bamboozled is such a funny word. And there you have it. Anyway, it is fun to be playing another a new Resident Evil game again. I'm not sure if I have any clear impressions on this game just yet. It's gonna be a while before we can really do that. But I like it so far. Like the sort of hybrid camera style is taking some getting used to, but otherwise it just feels like classic Resident Evil. I almost call it Classident Evil as a result. I have been lied to, betrayed, and possibly bamboozled, yes. What's that thing SpongeBob says when they think the food inspector and they think the food inspector is a fake and he just got free food from them? Completely forgot what that was, but it was very funny. Also, you know, nothing says Resident Evil like talking about SpongeBob. The swinging slasher. I'm streaming games at night. Oh. No, please. Insert hilarious dog pun here. I guess his bark is worse than his bite. I tried, okay? It was the leash I could do. And there we go. A new door has opened. Or it is opening very slowly. The door has been completely destroyed. You'd think that means you can go through it, but I'm not the expert on doors, I guess. I cannot proceed from this side except by climbing into the car and then just kind of going out the other side, Claire. Come on, you're a very small person. You can do it. Ah, yes, we have to press A specifically to go upstairs, of course. Alright, a herb. Maybe I should have left one of the items in the metal detection security box. Yeah, I know, but can you pick up the bullets? Yes, thank you. Oh, what's the brand? I like the unique brands they think of for bullets. I want to see. American something? American Wolf. That's a cool name for a bullet brand. All right, Bridges are always a bit ominous because you know they'll always collapse one way or another. Remember when it took me like 5 hours to figure out that I could push a thing in Resident Evil 3? Those were the days, am I right? Like, it's also interesting where this game stands visually. I'd say it's... Got him. Yeah, I'd say it's better than... like 3, for example, visually. Well, I mean, purely from a technical standpoint. I think in terms of color use and design, it's actually a bit weaker, but... It is technologically advanced, but not as far as Resi 4, I'd say. Another puzzle solved. Ah yes, press A to go up the stairs. You can't just walk up them. There has to be an awkward separate action for that. If I were a Belmont, I'd just be walking up the stairs backwards. Tap, tap, tap. Look at her just aiming at... I love it. I love it. But we're not gonna be using that precious resource right now. His hat came off. That's how you know it's getting real. Yeah. As always, the pooling blood is the indicator that they're dead for real. It's good to have that. It's important to communicate this stuff to the player. Otherwise, it just feels like the game is bamboozling you, huh? Mario can capture them without their heads. That's true, yes. Mario could possess one of the... or capture, rather, one of the zombies. Don't know if he would want to, though. I think Mario Odyssey would be a lot more grim if you could do that. Okay, yes, no, please. Okay. I have this thing about zombie dogs. Normally, big fan of animals, but sorry. There we go. No, I was, all these different games we're talking about makes me wish I had like a soundboard with me to just play stuff for comedy. Like the roller coaster tycoon gag was it took a bit of prep work, and it's really awkward because like you hear me typing it in. It's funnier if I can just spring it on you when you least expect it, you know? Oh yeah, we have made a great herb. Maybe I should have saved when I had the opportunity back in the metal detector place. Because this feels like an all-new area, and I'm a bit worried. So please, oh. And this is not a save room based on the sound. Unless they have a very weird choice of background music. I love it. Seriously. I like how we started to get up and then just in this exact same speed goes back down. Well, like, well, never mind then. You're gonna be like that, I'll just stay dead. Yeah, me on a Monday morning. Yeah, slowly gets up, falls back down. Bow gun arrows. Sounds cool. I hope there's a save room somewhere nearby here. Okay, we need a key for that, but we might be able to unlock it. Anything in these nice lockers? Well, there was an ominous gong sound for some reason, but no way to open the lockers. But you look how the camera zooms a bit here as you go to the back of the room. What is the purpose of that? Does that really help anything? Well, not to be overly critical again. I do like this game, but a simple lock. We'll need a lock pick for that then. Because jazz, yeah. This machine can also be used as a printer. Right. But not a 3D printer, so it's inferior to the one we found earlier. Even more herbs. Ah, yes, push the zombie, Claire. Push the zombie. If it turns out the save room is right here, we'll just use one of the healing items we have right now. Or even better, maybe this is a true save room and there's a storage. Okay, no. Broken mirror. There is nothing of interest. You shouldn't talk down to yourself. It's broken. It's a vending machine. I'm not thirsty right now. Talk down to others instead. Yeah, it's way better. Nothing of interest. Now, as you know, Claire is very in with the kids these days, and she has invented a new dance move called the gun dab. To be honest, it's kind of silly, but please no. You're right, that was terrible. She's still practicing her dance. It shouldn't be funny. Exactly. But you know it is. Nothing of interest. You know, if they were gonna give me so many bowgun arrows, it would be nice if I had an actual bowgun to go with it. I want to zoom in on that poster, but I can't. Do you have anything dead, McMahon? Yes, you do. Even more bowgun arrows, wow. There's blood all over his body. Well, that does happen in these games. Oh, you haven't had dinner yet? I had dinner a while ago. I like him just coming out of that little room. You done with your sauna, sir? I think you stayed in there a bit too long. I'm surprised that I actually figured out it was a sauna. I feel like I'm very culturally aware right now. Insert galaxy brain meme here. I wasn't expecting her to do that, but now that she has, I want you to take a look at the, for its time, relatively impressive wave effect here. That's not just a picture effect, like the mesh is actually changing a bit there, I think. Key with tag. Recently got a blue snowball mic because your headset one isn't good and you're so happy with it. Nice. Snowball. Is that from the Yeti brand? I'm trying to remember which one that is. Think so? Okay, yeah. That's apparently one a lot of streamers and in general people who make videos swear by. It's apparently really good. I'm glad it's working well for you as well. I should maybe get me one of those. The thing I have right now, I don't even know what the model is, but it's one of those T-bone mics. Is that what you call them? Like, it's not like one of those round things, but well, you know what I mean. It's T-bone shaped. Right, we have a key, but people couldn't hear you in voice chat, so D&D wasn't very fun. Indeed, constant communication is absolutely essential with that. People ask you to make a decision in the story and you're just screaming. I want to roll for a better microphone. You want to roll for a better PC? Yeah, same. This one has served me very well. And some really dear friends helped me build it, but there are some old parts in there, and it may have to be replaced at some point. As sad as that is. I guess I might have to start thinking about that relatively soon. I always wait too long until something is like on the brink of imploding until I buy something. The PC part list you have is 800 pounds or so. You can get a very nice PC for 800 pounds. Storage. You only have 4 gigabytes of RAM at the moment. Time to download some more. No, that's I'm trying to recall how much I have. I think I have 8. Not much either. I used to have 16, but there were problems. Let's just put it that way. Very big problem. That series of notes reminded me a bit of Ikana Valley from Majora's Mask. Mr. I have an income. Ah, okay, this is what we need the key for. I mean, it makes sense. Yes, please do. We're finding all this stuff with a bow gun, but we still don't have a bow gun. Gunpowder for a bow gun arrow. Wait a minute. Oh. So basically bomb arrows, huh? Very cool. I wish we could find a save room right about now, though, because golly gee, we sure are in a lot of trouble if we don't. Let's see. Hey! Oh, that was awful. Of course the guy on the ground has to go and grab my leg. They are really pulling my leg here. Okay, so... You bought EU4? Europa Universalis? Is that the series? I haven't played any of that, but I am aware of it. Yeah, it's one of those grand strategy games, right? They're always hilariously complex. They definitely have their audience. Played a lot of Hearts of Iron 4. To be honest, I haven't really played any of those games. I wonder if there's anything else in this room we can check out. A sauna. There's a lot of hot air inside. You'd recommend Hearts of Iron 4? Alright, perhaps I will check it out someday. Alright, I'm pretty confident that there's nothing we can actually do in this room. Only when it's on sale. It does have some flaws then. You know, I was talking to some people earlier today, and they keep, like, when people are hating on a game in particular, I get this obnoxious contrarian desire to buy it and try it. There's this game, what's it called? I don't even know how you say it. Y2K or Yeek? A postmodern RPG. And it's kind of infamous for having what people say is really bad writing and slow combat. And people hate on it and the developers so much that I want to try it, almost. So I've decided to get that when it's on sale at some point. It's more just not worth the money full price. Still very good. Alright, that's fair. I'll have to have a look at it then. At some point, anyway. I've been thinking about, in terms of strategy games, I've been thinking about redoing a series that I've played partially, but not completely, and that would be the Command & Conquer series. I really like those games, but I've only really played Tiberium Sun, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. I think I played Command & Conquer 3 as well. But not quite 4, and not a lot of the early ones. But I have probably played the best ones, but oh, we can also go up here. Let's not act like we're stuck when I still have places to check. The door knob is missing. Okay, then. Yeah, Command & Conquer was my first exposure to the real-time strategy genre, and I particularly loved Tiberium Sun. There was something about that game, yeah, you know, the dark setting, but like we had like this grayish world, but then this bright, hyper-saturated Tiberium that really made it look alien. I loved that. It just looked good. The buildings all had cool designs. Oh, Skrin, they are in CNC3, right? They're the aliens. Evil aliens. The emergency door lock system in the biology experiment room can be released with the 4-digit pass number. I hope you haven't forgotten about that already. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hello, player. I have just received an order from the system administrator requesting to change the pass number periodically. What bothers me is that you often lose important memos, pass numbers, or even chemicals. So, in an attempt to solve that problem, I came up with an idea. You know the red human skeleton picture at the back of the biology experiment room? I've decided to use the number signed on the picture as the pass number. If you happen to lose the memo, just look at the picture. Well, I don't think you would ever need to use the emergency pass number anyway, but just in case, now you know. Take it easy, Mr. Careless. Right. So are there simply no storage boxes in this game in the traditional sense? I wonder. Alright, so something needs to happen before we can actually enter the code. It's too dark to see inside, which means something is gonna crash against the window and scare the heebie-jeebies out of me. So we finally find the bow gun and now we can't carry it. Very exasperating, to be honest. I really don't want to use up another heal right now, we're fine. Where else can we go right now? Not many places. And we still haven't found that item box we need either. Perhaps it's the door out here, just outside this area. I guess that would make some sense if it was that. So I will forgive them if it is right here. But only if it is right here. That's not the map button. That is. Okay, this is not a safe room either. As a matter of fact, it sounds like quite the opposite. I do like the fire effect though. Down the stairs seems to be the way to go, so let's check here first. Yeah, I had a good time with Tiberium Wars. I thought it was a very great game. Resident Evil, wow. Red Alert 3 as well. Very good game. Perhaps not the most tactically sound, not the most balanced, but that's not really why you play Red Alert, I think. It's a bit wide open here, isn't it? Okay, so I think that's supposed to be the flies, but it just sounds like someone going. I was like, what is that? Why do I hear someone making weird noises? But it was actually a green shiny. Ah, yes, the Titanic. Very appropriate. I'm just running into this new area in hopes of finding anything like a save room. I guess I appreciate that it's pretty open right now, but what I don't appreciate is that I still don't have a save room and might actually die at some point. And then I would be losing a lot of progress. Okay, so this is the palace then. Alright, so that's what that emblem is for, I suppose. And here are more arrows that we can't use. I have 140 of them now. Well, hey, we'll just keep looking, and if we take another hit, we'll have to do that heal. And at least that means we can carry more stuff once we use that. But then that'll also mean we have no more healing in reserve, and are officially in danger of losing a lot of progress. So, it's a bit worrying, but let's not panic right away. Making dinner? Alright. See you later. Security lock system is active. Enter an employee ID. Employee ID, wow. I'm just gonna trip over words now. Enter an employee ID to activate the unlocking device. Alright, so we don't have a proper ID number yet. Fair enough. Nothing useful. It looks like a door, Claire, but sure. Save room, please. Starting to get really nervous now. Starting to get really nervous now. Okay, I really hate having to even consider this, but there. I have made a very naughty save state because I'm not about to lose a ton of progress because the game doesn't want to give me any typewriters. I really hope I won't have to use it, but the line between tension and frustration can be very thin if you're not careful. The music changed, so please tell me this is a safe room. Okay, thank goodness. This music is really beautiful too. Alright. So in the end I didn't really need the save state, but you know, I was just making sure. I feel a little bit embarrassed in retrospect, but We didn't use it, so it's all good, right? Right, so we've made it here. Secretary's note. 4 years have passed since I began serving Sir Alfred. He doesn't trust anyone. Even though I am his attendant, I am still strictly prohibited from entering his private house. What is his problem anyway? They say he lives with his twin sister Alexia in his private house on the hill. Occasionally I've seen someone standing by the window of the house. It might have been Alexia, whose extreme beauty is often talked about. I once asked Sir Alfred about this, but it only enraged him. Even though I am his attendant, he will not show me any lenience. If I ask about her again, I could put my life at risk. After all, it is a mystery why he so desperately tries to keep his private life with Alexia a secret. Robert Dorson. Maybe he just doesn't like people messing with his personal life. Have you considered that, Mr. Secretary? Chicken, waffles, and veggies? Nice. Wait, there's a period between chicken and waffles there. What is this mysterious dish called chicken waffles? Yeah. Alright, this is a save room. We'll be back here. Let's just leave it. We have the key card now, so this is where we needed to go. So are we going to be running back and forth between larger areas a lot? One thing I appreciate about a lot of these games is how compact everything is. You know, everything is really close together when it really comes down to it. With this game, everything feels pretty far apart so far, but we have the key card, so let's go back to that one security office we were at. Hmm. 16 times the detail, 4 times the size of Fallout. Resident Evil 76. Okay, so you see how the camera moving with me, but then also changing angles is confusing me. I mean, I'm always confused, but this is even more confusing. For a moment there, I thought the doors were like just gonna wait until I did something. I should have put the ink ribbon in the item box. But we'll be back here. Which is gonna bring the key card over to that other building. And then open a path. Wait a minute, is this where we came from? Oh no, yeah, it is. It looks so different when you come from this angle. Kinda makes me wonder what's down here. Oh, yes, do it again. Oh, this is actually where we started. Okay. So did I just accidentally go into a completely different area than I should have? Like, should I have gone to the palace first before even going? Oh, yeah, definitely. The palace is the logical first destination. The security office comes after. At least, I think so. but I could be wrong. Huh. Wait a second. Wait a gosh diddly darn second. That B sound is re. That's one way to put it, yes. For some reason, now I can't find my way back to the security office. I don't know if I'm forgetting about a hallway or door that I went through at some point. But I don't need to go into the house to get there, that's a fact. How did I get to the security office the first time? Oh, like this? No, not like this. But this would lead us back to the prison, so... You know, this wouldn't be so awful if it didn't take 20 years to go up and down the stairs. It's like, if you're gonna have me run around an area with a lot of screen transitions, you'd better make it especially clear where I'm supposed to go. Oh. Okay. I know exactly what's going wrong here. This is the door. Not this. This with the exact same texture. This is the door. I don't know how I figured that out instantly the first time and then overlooked it the second time. This is why it's good to make mistakes early on. Helps you learn quickly. Getting it right the first time is overrated. Yeah, it was a bit unclear, wasn't it? That's one thing I was talking about earlier. This game is technologically more advanced than its predecessors, but if you look at how Raccoon City looks in RE3, for example, everything is so visually distinct and recognizable and colorful. And this game is not that. Not yet anyway, but I don't want to write it off right away. It all just seems foggy and dark and... Right, so we needed to fill that in on the computer, but that was in the other place. Welp. Jumped the gun on even coming back here. Sometimes a solution seems so obvious that you fail to see another obvious solution. Like, for example, we just found a computer that asked for an ID. Maybe I should have checked the card for an ID, but I just assumed the card reader would need the card, you know, so I didn't go for the second most obvious solution right away. Right, another lesson learned. This place actually looks kinda nice sometimes. I say sometimes because the camera shifted as I said that and looked a lot worse. You know what I have to say to that? Let me just grab a piece of paper to write the thing on. You know what I like? I like that they have a spooky face picture titled Sample and a gas mask face picture titled Warning. You know, just the usual for your desktop. Also, this beautiful wood-looking texture in the background. Now that is a clean desktop. Of course, I mess up at the last second. Turns out you don't have waffles, so it just thickens. Thickens and vegetables. Yes, that's the word. No, chickens and vegetables. Well, that's it. That makes for a good dinner, right? Though, of course, it is a loss not to have waffles. Well, before we go into that room, let's dump a few of our useless items. We should probably dump the arrows until we actually have the bow gun. Ah, yes, the famous wrestler Hulk bow gun. And the save room music here is especially beautiful, though. Bo Burnham, yes. Okay, in here, and in here. There we go. Clean. Well, I am honestly really stoked that there are save rooms in this game and that they have beautiful music. That already improves my opinion of the game by a lot. Alright, the door downstairs open, not the one here. Still gonna try it though. It said something about a silver crest, yes. I'm gonna remove my save rooms. Oh no. we only have 1% left, might as well commit. I hope we get a reload for that at one point. Alright. Okay, you know, I do like the zooming camera in hallways like this because it's ominous. Builds a little tension. Might have to put those in the box next time we get to the save room. Okay, all of this is closed except for you. I noticed that Twitch automatically added the tag Metroidvania to this. Could this game be considered a Metroidvania by any stretch of the imagination? I guess it depends on how open it really is, but... A jewel modeled after an ant is displayed here. Ant-Man. There is a button below. Push the button? No. War seems to be the primary theme. Oh dear. War. Hoo yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. But she's right though, there are tanks and planes and also an ant. I mean, I'm guessing the theme is that it's an army ant. That's why it's here. Children being creepy and ominous and cruel while box music plays. Sorry. The scene was really unsettling until they did that, I'm sorry. It's not funny, but yeah, it was funny. Like, the thing they did was, like, awful, but then they just look at each other with the dumb grins, and it just... I broke. I'm sorry. It was the tension of the moment, combined with the silliness of how that looked. Guns from many countries are on display here. Archaic military items. Oh, right. Our pockets are too full for the golden gun. Somebody calls Scaramanga. So, should we go back to the save room and dump some of our stuff? I guess we should. I completely missed this red herb. Probably because I was talking too much about how ominous and cool the hallway was last time. Okay, that puts us at 2 full heals. You know, I don't know if the difficulty has shifted to that extent or if it's simply me being a bit better, but no game has gotten as difficult consistently as the RE1 remake. Resident Evil 0 obviously had some really awful moments, but overall, it was easier. Except for those few moments. Ah, yes, press A to walk up the stairs. Or X, this is an X. I almost said this is an Xbox, but it's actually a PlayStation 2, or rather, a facsimile thereof. Alright, we don't need this. And we'll store one of the heals. And that gives us a nice and fairly clear inventory. We also know exactly what the golden guns are for. They're for the door here, in the save room. And that's nice, because it means we'll be right back here to hear that beautiful music again. And not this creepy, ominous music, preferably. Speaking of Resident Evil 0, that game has given me a permanent hatred for bats. Ah yes, first aid spray, very good. A duralumin case, usually reserved for weaponry, right? So there could be a weapon in here. Oh, but we need a lockpick to actually open it. Fair enough. The toilet is made out of marble. Huh. What a beautiful toilet. It's a shame we didn't draw it or model it, because it's out of sight anyway. You might be getting a job soon? Nice. What kind of job? If you want to share, of course. Bar work, okay. That's a good job. Very social as well. I don't think I could do it working at nights. Or rather just working nights. Yeah, that's cool. Are you have any experience pouring drinks and such? Unless I'm misunderstanding bar work. Well, anyway, so is it a sure thing yet, or are you still up for an interview? Okay, we should make it a habit to put all the heals at the bottom. Okay. Interview, you need to present the CV. Alright. Good luck with that, Pixel Master. I'm sure you'll get it. Would be great to have that job, I'm sure. Alright, now that we have that duralumin case, we can finally go to where we actually need to be. And grab those golden guns. I would start singing The Man with the Golden Gun now, but I have a one song per stream rule. And we already did War, so no more songs. My voice wouldn't be able to handle it. Especially your ears wouldn't be able to handle it. Man, that video of those kids I feel kind of bad for laughing about the end, though. That was really bad. I still feel like giggly from how stupid that final shot was, where they look at each other and grin like, we're so evil. Gold Lugers. Right. I surrender. Right, so... Alright, enjoy your food, Pixel Master. Let's see... You know, you need to make a CV and a like. Right, that makes sense. Important first step. They mentioned something about a code in the bioexperimentation room, but I'm not sure if that's here. I don't think we need that here. I think we need guns to put in there. So are we gonna have to give up our cool guns that we had at the start to get the golden guns with us? Is that how this puzzle is gonna play out? Makes sense, but it makes me a bit sad that we'll never be able to use them again. Creek. I just put the guns in here. They do look like they have the proper shape. You're gonna jump off in order to eat. See you later. Alright, enjoy your food, Pixel Master, and thank you for stopping by. It was nice to see you again. Hope you have a nice night. Thank you, see you later. Right, now to put these guns and then hopefully take the golden guns with us. Okay, we wasted a bit of time here trying to figure out that puzzle. Once again, because I had the wrong impression of what the puzzle was even gonna be. I thought they would lock me in. That was pretty much expected. But I expected to need the code that was on the picture, because one of the notes talks about that, but apparently we just need to put our guns in here. Yeah. We know it. We know what happens, game. Huh? Okay, but can I take it out, perhaps? See, I want to take those things off the back. So I can actually put them in here, but... Well, it's a sad state of affairs, but it seems we simply need to try to do something else before we come back here. We wasted a bit of time trying to figure that out, but hey, you gotta try stuff, right? I think it's pretty normal for a blind playthrough, but I always feel a little anxious about taking time to solve stuff. Wouldn't want people to think I'm stupid. Even if I am a bit. At least when I'm streaming.
Yeah! Help me!
Steve?
So where is Steve then? I sure hope this is the correct room and I didn't just let him die. So that was totally the wrong room. I hope that doesn't have consequences. So where is he then? So apparently I've gone in every single room except the one where he's in. It could give me some kind of indication of where he is, just for convenience. I actually need to be careful about saving regularly though, because I keep forgetting that I need to. Resident Evil 4 made it an unnecessary thing, so... Oh, he's stuck in the room here, right? Two bears.
Thought I wouldn't make it.
Oh, I need those. Give them to me.
You gotta be kidding.
Line delivery.
I found it and I'm keeping it. Fine. Let's make a deal. I'll trade you for something fully automatic. I'll see you around, Claire. Adios.
Hey, wait! Steve!
I am not starting to like him more from this. As a matter of fact, I like him even less now. I save him, and he's like, okay, I saved you. Can I have gun now? And he's like, no. Only if you give me gun. I don't know why they suddenly became cavemen, but that's the way it is right now. He is kind of a caveman, though. Unsophisticated. Alright.
Redfield! How dare you interfere with my operation?
What are you talking about?
You let yourself be captured so you could lead your people to this base!
I have no idea what you're babbling about.
You don't fool me! I am Alfred Ashford, commander of this base.
Oh? You must be one of Umbrella's lower level officers if you're in command of a backwater base like this one.
How dare you! The Ashford family is among the world's first and finest. My grandfather is one of the original founders of Umbrella, Inc. Now tell me, why have you attacked this installation?
Attacked?
Shortly after you arrived, my base was attacked. You must have informed your people of its location.
I still don't follow you. I really don't know anything about that.
Unacceptable! How can you deny it? My base has been destroyed. And thanks to you, the experimental T-virus was released, creating countless zombies and monsters. Tell me, who do you work for? Who sent you? Have it your way, then. You're just a rat in a cage anyway. I'll be sure to keep you entertained before I dispose of you.
Yeah, that is my reaction right now, Claire. What even? What's with this guy? He sounds like he has problems. This is what you get when you kill bugs as a kid. Oh, this is what Steve wants, but I don't know where he is. Right, so we have the steering wheel, and there's one of those little emblems on the ground outside, so we can probably work on that for now. But I think we just met our villain then. Mr. Giggles over here, Alfred. Imagine if he was Alfred Wesker. Albert Wesker's slightly more awkward brother. Like, they're almost complete opposites, especially in terms of tone of voice. Albert is like, yes. And then this guy is like, hee hee. You know, earlier in the stream I was like, oh yeah, I don't really do voices. Then I proceed to constantly do voices. It's just lack of sleep messing with my brain, I suppose. Or a bit too much coffee. Okay, so we don't use this here. We use this. Fair enough. Yeah, just... the submarine. Well. I don't know what I have just done. Okay, extra items. Extra space for items, that is. I'm guessing we need to do something with that. But... Can we please... Oh, it actually had to think for a while there. This ladder sequence was too intense. Oh, what is this? A shark cage? Cool. So we've gone underwater and parked at some kind of underwater base. Now we're in Rapture. Click, 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 click. I thought maybe they would die just from the suggestion, but... Yeah, lots of areas we can explore all at once. You know, we could just run past this one, but at this point I'm committed to killing them all. We will probably have to come back through here anyway, so why not? Don't think it's a waste of resources if we actually need to use this room. Oh. I was thinking I would need to activate a switch, but no, just walk up to the garage door and lift it up. Oh, hey, lazy bookworm. Thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. I hope I said that right. Worm with a Y like that is usually just said as worm too, but I can be so linguistically uninformed sometimes. Hey, welcome to the stream. Ah, yes, the crane. How are you doing today, bookworm? Oh, Karn, right. I know who you are. Nice to see you. Okay, this should be good, right? Yes. Alright, we have opened the path. So, yeah, recently I've been doing a Resident Evil marathon, and we've gotten to a few of the side games. I've done the first 4 major ones, so I've also done some side stuff like Zero, and now we're doing Code Veronica. Don't know if you're familiar with this particular one. Not that many people have played Code Veronica, I think, compared to the main Resident Evil games. Ah, we're missing a lever here. So we can't do anything here yet. Anyway, we can proceed through that room now, and that's the most important thing. Oh, the lift brought zombies with it. Okay, we are in danger and have no healing with us, so that's a problem there. The biohazard card, okay. And that's our first death. Ah well, it was bound to happen at some point in the first stream. I'm honestly glad it didn't happen after making a lot of progress, at least. Because as always, the true horror is losing progress with these games. Maybe I should bring my heal with me. Just to be safe. We need to be able to take a few hits at least. It's not always avoidable. Especially not when you're in a corner of a room and an elevator comes up with 4 zombies on it. Just to name a random example. Well, we aren't gonna see the guy anytime soon, so we'll just leave the gun here. And bring this. Actually, we should make a stop at the other place as well to get our bow gun. Because we still left that in that other building. And if we have a bow gun, we suddenly have a boatload of ammo. So let's go get that, since we weren't able to earlier. Then we go into the submarine, and then hopefully find a safe room there. And then I might have to stop pretty soon after that, because we are already 3 hours in. Time always flies with these games, huh? Like, even though I have some minor gripes with this one so far, it's still very enjoyable. It's still Resident Evil. For the sake of efficient inventory management, let's go dump the steering wheel near the submarine place first. Takes a little extra time, but if we find more than 2 items, or if the bow gun happens to occupy 2 spaces in the inventory. Oh, actually, I have a better solution for all of that. Ah, okay. We have called the submarine. And it's so cool, we need to see it emerge twice in a row. We are still gonna get the bow gun, but I just remembered that there's an inventory space upgrade here. We absolutely can't miss out on that. There we go. The extra space will help a lot. Now, we're not gonna steer the sub all the way over to that secret base yet. Let's just do this first. I do hope there's a save room nearby in the underwater base. Because this game is pretty stingy with them so far. We've seen only a small handful of typewriters. And the area is really rather big. So, yeah. This time I didn't forget where the door was. Haha. Squeaky doors. Backtracking is always a bit more painful when the door transitions take so long. Oh, this only happens after we... Yeah, something is gonna hit the window. Expect it. Expect it to happen and get scared. Yeah, I knew it. How can we see the pass number? We need something to look at that. Binoculars, maybe? That was an interesting thing, though. We would have seen it if we had picked up the bow gun earlier, but... there was no saving that guy, unfortunately.
Biohazard contamination detected. Level 3. Emergency shutters will close. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Okay, nice.
That was close.
You were almost a Claire sandwich. Alright, we have the bow gun. You know what, let's just use the heal. No point in running around at the brink of death all the time. Just slows us down and makes it even more likely we'll get hit. We gotta be just the right amount of careful. If we're too scared to use resources and end up losing so much time and effort because of it, well, that's pointless, as I always say. Though I don't always follow my own advice, unfortunately. Okay, I almost forgot this green herb that's just chilling here. Yeah, now we have an actual weapon. We can also do this with it. Right, now let's get into the submarine. Let's get into the base and let's find the first save point we can and call it there. That's the plan. Did that rhyme? It sounded like it rhymed, but maybe it didn't. I don't know if I would ever want to ride a submarine in real life. On the one hand, submarines are cool. On the other hand, deep water is really scary. You know what? I'm pretty stoked about the progress we've made. We had the first whole half hour of the stream was spent, you know, with a faulty version of the game. So I was really worried that the whole thing would be a bust. But we've managed to get the game working and we've made a lot of progress in it as well. So I'm actually pretty happy. True joy is in overcoming obstacles, after all. Now we just need to overcome the obstacle that is this room. Okay, it takes a lot of ammo to really hurt them with that. Hence why we have so much of it. Ah, yeah, shoot in the wrong direction, Claire. You can't always depend on the auto aim, it seems. Alright. That does it for that. We should probably only use the bow gun much if we need to preserve ammo. Because it's not that reliable, unfortunately. It shoots many bullets, but it's so weak. Weak. Now we need to do the crane puzzle again. K402, it might be good to remember that. Welcome to Crane Game. Remember that Mario Party 1 crane game where you had to pick a player to screw over and you would steal a ton of their money? And your friends would be like, don't you dare steal from me. All of them would be saying that, so there you were, just having to destroy one friendship to win the minigame. In later Mario parties, they just made it a 1v3 video game, 1 versus 3 mini game, where you had to grab all the other players, and you would they would all win or lose on equal terms. So that's probably better than having to pick on an individual player. Yeah, there's a reason Mario Party 1 is really considered a friendship destroyer. I mean, it's kind of weird to be talking about Mario Party during a Resident Evil stream, but it's kind of interesting how the design from those games has shifted. Like, it used to be that when you won a minigame against another player, that you would steal their coins. Like, those 10 coins didn't just come out of the pot, so to speak. You actually stole them from the other player, which can imagine, didn't make everyone happy. Ah, yeah, aim for the ground where the zombie isn't. Good plan, Claire. Foolproof. Yeah, in emergency situations, this thing just isn't reliable. Now I'm taking lots of needless damage. Well, back into caution. I only have myself to blame for trying to solve that with the oh hey, nice. For trying to solve that with the bow gun. Should have been a bit more generous with my other bullets. But on the sunny side, now we have a biohazard guard, and that's probably actually for the other building. Yep, it even says so in the check description, which is very useful. We can't open this yet, can we? Well, the game's really cool, to be honest. In some ways, this seems a more impressive programming feat than modern games. Yeah, you're definitely right. The way old games were put together. Well, they do say that mastery is most clearly seen in limitations, after all. You have to wonder what modern gaming would look like if we had all the options to make stuff right from the beginning. Lots of really cool ideas wouldn't have been invented. Not taking any chances with those gosh darn bats. No. No bitey. Can you auto aim for them, please? Still in caution, but we'll be going into danger soon if we take any more hits. Okay, we're missing something from this one. And this is one of them. Ah, yes, 3 emblems. A very classic thing, where they have you find 3 emblems all across the place. That allows them for some, to employ some non-linear design. You can just grab them in any order. Like as you just saw, I have the second one, but not the first one. So. Now we're gonna have to go back and use this card in the facility. However, I think we're gonna do that next stream. I think we're gonna go back to the house for now and use up another ink ribbon. And we'll pick up again next week, probably. interestingly, this game had two disc. Actually needed two discs on the GameCube and the Dreamcast version, but this PlayStation 2 version only has has one disc that contains everything. The PS2 definitely was, in many ways, the superior console of its generation. You see that consoles that try to branch out in interesting ways tend to succeed. The PlayStation 2 was not only a game console with a boatload of storage space on its discs, it was also a cheap DVD player. Similarly, the Wii was very cheap and spoke to a broader audience. I guess mobile gaming is much the same as well. Every time the game takes a while, I was about to say, don't actually freeze while I'm trying to describe how I was afraid it was going to freeze. That would be awkward. Okay, so we picked up a lot of stuff in this segment, so I think it's justifiable to use up an ink ribbon to make a new save here. I would make a save in the facility, but we haven't found a typewriter there yet, so it's not like we really can. But hey, good thing we still have one of these. But from now on we're fresh out, so we'll hopefully find more in the next session. Just have to make sure I finished my coffee. Sometimes I get a cup of coffee and I start streaming, and then I look into the cup of coffee at the end of a long stream, and there's still coffee in there, and it's of course freezing cold at this point. Now, before we leave, I think it's important to have one more call back to that hilarious joke I made earlier. So let's just... One second. This will all be worth it, I promise. Okay, and here we go. Welcome to the Clary go-round. Okay, that's enough of that. Had to do it. So, that'll be it for the stream, I think. I'm just gonna check if there's someone to host, and if not, we'll just close off here. I guess I can make a quick save state just to be absolutely safe. Okay, and that'll be it. Now it's just a black screen, but before we go, let me just real quickly check if there's someone worth the host right now. No friends are online right this second, unfortunately. Just a few larger streamers. Maybe someone else is playing this game. Let me see. I guess a few people are, but I don't really know them well enough to host them, so I'll just say you can check them out if you're interested in seeing someone else stream the game. So, thanks to everyone who stopped by today. Thanks to Clive and Pixel Master and Lazy Bookworm. And thank you for the follow as well. It's very much appreciated. I look forward to experiencing the rest of this Resident Evil adventure. And, yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be difficult. It had a challenging start, not just because the game was hard, but because we had some technical issues. But we got through all that, so we can get through this. But hey, until next time, which will be Tuesday night, about 7:15 p.m. Dutch time, I will be taking a quick break. So, hope to see you all next week. And until then, have a great day or night and a great weekend. See ya!